We started a conversation about how we can successfully grow our kids. So most of us have young kids, and we constantly wonder what is a success mantra for us to grow our kids successfully. We give them enough space, and we try to have a rhythm. At times it works, and at times it doesn't work. So to that context, this session is an interactive session with Dr. Chandrasekhar on understanding the right approach in raising successful kids. Before I hand it over to Doctor, just wanted to give an introduction of Dr. Chandrasekhar. Dr. Chandrasekhar is a respected name in Bangalore's medical healthcare circuit, fondly called as people's psychiatrist. He retired in 2013 as a senior professor of psychiatry at NIMHANS, where he worked for 3 decades, 35 years. Dr. Chandrasekhar is at the forefront of bringing affordable mental health care to masses and providing a free treatment to those in need. He has authored over 250 books in Kannada and nearly 30 in English, and many of them have been translated to multiple languages, Indian languages. And he is the founder of Samadhana Counseling Center. Doctor has received more than 60 awards, including Kannada Rajyotsava and Kannada Sahitya Academy Awards. So I request Doctor to enlighten us on the subject. Sir, over to you.
Okay, Eldrigo Namaskara. All parents are welcome to this session. We'll start with child development, how child grows, because you should know that the growth of the child goes up to 20 years. During pregnancy, 9 months, then afterwards 20 years, the development continues. So there are 5 areas of development. Quickly we can go through. One is physical development. Just 1.5 foot child grows to 6-footer. And then intellectual development, then emotional development, social development, and ethical development. So you 5 areaದಲ್ಲಿ development ಆಗಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗೆ which are the factors which operate in the development of the child, because children of the same parents can differ. One child can be very obedient, other child can be very naughty and very adamant and may not follow the instructions of the parents. So the first factor is genetic factors, the genes. Genes come from the father, genes come from the mother, and whatever genetic characteristics we get through the parents, that cannot be changed. So one should keep in mind whether some of the problems of the children are genetically operated. The second one is the brain damage. In India, about 10 to 15% of children born with brain damage. Brain damage occurs during pregnancy, or during delivery, or immediately after delivery. Then parenting. What type of parenting? Whether parents, only one child, pamper the child, or make discrimination between a male child and a female child, first child and the second child, and their attitude towards child's growth and child's development. Then the type of school we select and the type of education we give. Because now majority of the educated parents would like to select very high-tech schools. They attract the parents, they pay huge amount of fees to these schools, and they think that if the child gets educated in a particular school, child will become a better individual. But many such schools may not be good schools at all. They are not children friendly, and they are not following any scientific methods to educate their students. Then fifth one is the media. Now all of you know that media plays an important role, influence on ourselves as well as on the children. So whatever shown in the media, television or mobile or when we take our children to cinemas. So whatever they see, how the hero, heroine behave, how the villain acts, and how difficult situations are handled by the characters play an important role in the molding of personality of the child. Then whether your child is a healthy child or a sick child. So in India, almost 50% of children develop health problems, either malnutrition, nutrition-related disorders, infections, or other disorders. Then society. Where is our house? What type of neighborhood we have? And whether we live in a flat apartment, whether we live in a single house, or in a traditional area, or totally modern area. So all these 7 factors play an important role in the development of the kid.
Sir, screen share ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಶೇರ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ನೀವು PPT ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ಹೌದಾ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಶೇರಿಂಗ್
ಇದೆ.
ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಕ್ರೀನ್ ಶೇರಿಂಗ್ ಇದೆ. ಈಗ
ಲೆಫ್ಟಿಗೆ ಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ.
ಬಂತ ಈಗ?
ಈಗ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ?
ಹಾ, ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
Okay. So as parents, please note this: every behavior of the child is a learned behavior, because instincts are there only for a short period, like sucking the breast milk, or crying when something bothers the child, or swallowing reflexes, or startle reflexes. But later, every behavior, whether eating, dressing, bathing, clothing, social behavior, everything is learned. The child sees, hears, and it practices. And it mimics the behavior of the parents in the beginning, brothers and sisters, later, their neighborhood children, and when they go to school, the classmates and the teachers. So, seeing, hearing, and practicing. So, behavioral scientists say that every behavior, good behavior or bad behavior, is learned by the child through the environmental factors. And how we reward the child, how we punish the child. Many times, some parents punish a child for trivial mistakes. Some parents do not punish a child even when the child makes very gross mistakes. Or rewarding. One time they reward the child, other time they don't reward the good behavior. Or they make discrimination between children while giving rewards, material rewards, or food reward, or verbal rewards, and those things. Many parents do not see the importance of the reward and punishment, because reward and punishment is the law which governs the learning behavior of the child, and later all the behavioral issues of the children. Sunil, more tell. More tell. Then appropriate quality and quantity of love and discipline. As parents, please remember, love and discipline should go together. If it's just love, it's half done. If you only discipline, again half done. If you mix love and discipline together at the appropriate proportion, then only child will learn what we want the child to learn, or unlearn what we want the child to unlearn. Many parents do not understand the importance of how much love, how it should be given, how much discipline, how to enforce discipline, and there can be discrepancy between the parents. Father says one thing and the mother says another thing. Father may say, okay, leave the child, let him enjoy seeing the TV for half an hour. Whereas mother may object to it, or vice versa. Or if the child wants to study, the father says, okay, tomorrow you can study, today do something else. Whereas mother may insist on discipline to the core. And emotional support, because in many families, parents are there, they're young, nobody else is there, many times single parent, father is away, mother is away, and children feel lonely. The emotional support is lacking if both the parents are working, they are busy in earning, busy in managing their job responsibilities. When they come back to the family, to the house, the child may feel lonely because they don't have time to spend with the child. Then the what type of food you give. Nowadays, all of you have heard that how children get addicted to junk foods and then tasty foods. Always they want to eat outside. They want junk foods to be given to them at any cost. So please see that the good diet, the food, more fruits, more vegetables, full grains. Then instead of rice, add more wheat and ragi preparations and monitor the weight. Because we are seeing in urban areas, many children either put on weight, become obese at a very early age, or they remain underweight because they don't eat nutritious food, but they go for fatty food and other things. So every 3 months, you have to monitor the weight of the child. Any discrepancy, contact the family doctor or the pediatrician and see that at every age, the child is having appropriate weight. Then games. Again, nowadays, children are more interested in video games, mobile games, and they don't go into the field. And many schools in Bangalore city, they don't have playground. Hardly children are allowed to play. So see that every child, either in the school premises or in the home premises, they do exercise, physical games. Then the nutritional disorders. You have to keep an eye on the children's nutrition status. Nowadays, anemia, vitamin B12 deficiency, vitamin D deficiency, and other deficiency disorders are very common both in children and adults. If hemoglobin is less than 10 grams, we call it as anemia, and many times it's not noticed at all. The child becomes very lethargic, very irritable, becomes slow in learning. So, intellectual development, all parents, they want their children to score more than 90% academic performance. And you should know that children belong to three groups of IQs. One is average IQ, 84 to 110, 70% children, then 50% are below average intelligence, other 50% above average. So the parents have to look into the intellectual capacity of the child. If a child is low learner, he should be properly trained. Even teachers also are worried about these slow learners. They put a lot of pressure on them or put a lot of pressure on the parents. You give more training at home. You look after their homework and see that they pick up in the school. So, and many parents do not know that the children can have SLD, what you call specific learning disorders, reading, writing, mathematics, science, languages. So these are the five subjects in which child may have difficulty, but child may do very well in other subjects. So I have to find out whether child is poor in mathematics. If it's SLD, it has to be corrected by slow teaching. Similarly, languages, we speak Kannada at home or Telugu at home. The child has to be taught in English. Child may have difficulty in mastering that language. So specific learning deficit is a handicap. It cannot be repaired by medicines. It has to be done by only by training. Then memory takes place in three stages. That is registration, recording, and recall. If we tell the child, read, whether the child has understood what is read, whether the child is able to recall what it has read, the parents have to check. Similarly, teachers also, they make the child to read or give some homework and they don't bother whether the child has understood, whether recording has taken place in the brain. So for that, while the child is learning something, whether it's a new skill or academic subjects, avoid attractions and distractions. The usual attraction distractions are, as I told you earlier, the mobiles and the internet and the TV and other activities at home. Then the emotional development of the child. A newborn child is totally emotionless, no emotions at all. Gradually, child learns to experience negative emotions and experience positive emotions by looking at others. The positive emotions are the love, the kindness, the boldness, the happiness, and the peaceful mental state. Whereas negative emotions, hating, cruelty, fear, sadness, anger, and jealousy. Please remember these emotions are natural. They uh, they're created within our mind by external stimulation or our own thinking, and we have to see that the child develops more positive emotions and then learn to control negative emotions. Here, family role becomes very important. If the family is happy, the child remains happy. At home, if the father is angry, or mother is sad, father is sad, or they are fearful, then the same negative emotions get translated in the children. And control over emotions is a skill. Many parents, they themselves do not have these skills. They shout, scream, keep crying, keep worrying, and naturally children look at them and do not learn how to control these negative emotions. Then the social development, again in big cities, nuclear families, the social development is lacking. Many times we prevent children mixing with other children either in the apartments or in the neighborhood. And how to be, to what extent one should be selfish, to what extent one should share things with others, how to cooperate and not to confront, and understand the social roles. As a boy, what is my responsibility? As a girl, what is my responsibilities? As an elder son, what I should do? As a younger child, what I should not do? The social development, earlier the joint families used to teach these social skills automatically. Nowadays, because of nuclear families, many parents do not have time or we don't have models at all. Whatever they show in the movie, whatever they show in the TV, children pick up and many times they pick up wrong ones. Then the ethical development. What is right, child doesn't know. Why it is right, child doesn't know. What is good, what is bad, what is justice, what is injustice. So all these issues, many parents have their own dilemmas. Whether to pay a bribe and get the things done, whether to tell a lie and get out of it, or whether to tell the truth. Many parents, they become bad models for the children. So that's why many parents complain, my child lies, my child steals money, my child irritates others or enjoys causing trouble to other children in the school. There are complaints against him or he bullies other children. So all this right and wrong behavior, again, they are learned behaviors and many times they are the expression of negative emotions in the child. So again, we are seeing, especially in adolescent age group, the lying, stealing, cheating, law breaking. Many children know, take out their scooter and without DL they start riding, or they cut classes, they wander around here and there, or they do things which others do not appreciate or approve of it. They become very self-centered. They develop conduct disorders and even antisocial personalities. So about 5 to 10% of children in cities are developing conduct disorders because they learn through models, wrong models, which are projected in the media. Then mental retardation, IQ is less than 70. So 2% of children are mentally retarded in our country. So what to do with these children? Because their brain development is less and they can't learn fast and they can't do well in the school. Then ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Again, 10% of children are reported to be hyperactive all over the world, even in India. So they are very naughty, very restless, they don't stay at one place, keep wandering, and they become destructive. Many times it becomes very difficult to manage them at home as well as in the school. Teachers complain, take away your child, they can't manage him. So ADHD is a issue, is a disorder because of minimum brain damage, which has to be treated by a pediatrician or by a mental professional. Then ODD, oppositional defiant disorder, where the child opposes what is told to him or her. They disobey the parents, they disobey the teachers, they show a lot of temper tantrums, and they blackmail the parents. If you don't get me a mobile, I will commit suicide. Or if I don't get me a vehicle, I will go run away from the house. So this type of oppositional defiant disorders are seen in some children, and parents find it very difficult to manage. And only when things go wrong terribly, then they seek consultation. Then lot of emotional disorders, anxieties, depressions, aggressions, jealousy are seen in adolescent age group. Many such adolescent boys and girls are brought to Samadhana Center or to any other council center with lot of behavioral disturbance in these children. They don't look at the parents' needs. They don't see what is good for them. They always do things which are harmful to themselves, to others. So, are they going to depression, try to commit suicide, or become very anxious? They can't perform well, even in sports. The I was told earlier that how children are so, they do not want to lose. Always they want to win. How they are going to win? They may use wrong methods, illegal ways to win the game, or they go into severe depression when they lose, or to an attack another child which wins all the time. Then various disorders are seen in children: mania, schizophrenia, autism, and psychotic disorders. So, when you want to improve our children, training is the one which very much important. We have to change the behavior either by positive reinforcement, reward a good behavior, and don't punish the negative behavior, but take away the incentives given. If you do like this, I wanted to give you a gift, but this time I will not give you a gift. You wanted me to prepare some dish, I will not prepare this week. If you behave well, I will prepare next week. So this type of giving rewards, withdrawing the rewards is called positive reinforcement and negative reinforcement. And all the family members should join hands in enforcing reinforcements. And punishment have to be the last resort. Because now there is a law all over the world that we can't beat our children. We can't give physical punishment because very harmful. But still, in many families, physical punishments are given, and then children have a very traumatic experience. So, how to punish a child, again, is a matter of debate and discussion. The parents have to find out whether stop talking to child, what you call timeout technique, or put the child in a room and say, next 2 hours you have to be in this room. We're not allowed to come out or have food along with us if you behave in a wrong way. So indirectly, we have to put pressure on the child, give psychological pressure on the child to give up wrong behaviors. Then the counseling part. Counseling part. Now there are many counseling centers, child counselors are there, parent counselors are there, family counselors are there. So you can contact counseling centers, or we are training many teachers to become counselors. In Samadhana Center, we are organizing such programs for the parents and teachers to become counselors. And of course, in certain selected children, we may have to use tranquilizers, antidepressant drugs if the child is depressed, or mood stabilizers. And so there are centers, child guidance clinics, and Department of Pediatrics or psychiatric departments in various hospitals where such children can be taken. So this is brief an introduction to child's growth. Now you are free to ask question or bring out individual problems which you have seen in your own child or with other children.
Sure, sir. Sir, thanks for the introduction. So there are many parents who are chatting to ask questions. If I unmute all of them, then it will become a random. So if someone has a question, if you can raise hands or ping in the chat, then we can unmute them. So that we will go in an organized manner. And first to start off with, sir, I'll ask a question so that rest of them can prep their questions. We say that self-organized kids requires little assistance and can get their homework and daily chores consistently and effectively. But question is, how do we make or motivate our kids to be self-organized?
One is again training. So from the beginning, when the child is 4 years or 5 years, then see that parents should tell the child at what time the child should get up, what time the child should have a bath, or the school is at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, how to prepare himself or herself so that the van comes and picks them up. And so homework, when to do, how long one can play, both at home or outside. So every activity of the child has to be organized by the parents. The child has to learn that he has to do things in an orderly manner, because you can't allow the child to become free, do whatever he wants to do till age at 10 and 12, then try to bring in discipline. So the discipline should start by the age of 4 or 5. That means when the child is in UKG or first standard, that's the best time to start introducing disciplinary instruction to the child. Reward every behavior of the child where he follows instructions, and then negotiate with the child not to break the time or the instructions given by either the parents or by the teachers. So it should be an ongoing program. You can't say one day I will give, other 3 days I will not insist on discipline. Or Sunday comes, you can get up at 10 o'clock. So many parents, if it's a holiday, they don't bother when the child gets up. Otherwise, Monday they want the child to get up at 6 o'clock. So even on holidays, every daily day-to-day activities, eating, bathing, clothing, sleep in time, sleep out time, everything has to be followed. And similarly, parents have to be the model. Parents cannot be disorganized and expect the child to become organized. So this becomes very, very important. Many parents fail to do so. Then when the child doesn't follow the instructions, then they get upset and they try to, with a cane or with a stick, they try to discipline the child, and child becomes adamant and refuses to accept the instructions.
Thank you, sir. So I'm going to unmute Ashok Garla. Please ask your question to sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for that. Yeah, it was an excellent overview of child development, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, please proceed.
Okay, great. Yeah, so I have a situation here. Okay, so it's about digital time for kids. Okay, so last month, so I have experimented saying no digital time at all for 5 days in a week. Only during weekends they can have a digital time. So if they want to watch a movie, they can watch in the weekend one movie. Something of that sort. I have set it up for maybe a couple of weeks. Okay. But here what has happened is, so my wife as well was not using any digital, means she was not watching TV or movie and all. So as a as a mother, so she has got affected, like, so she wanted to have some recreation time. But if at all she watches movie, so children will get distracted. Okay, so here I don't know what to do here.
No, yeah, that's right. See, both the parents, if grandparents are there, if other people are there, all of them should sit together, find out what time the child should be given so that it can watch, or at one or two sets, TV sets or mobile sets or internet separately, so that mother can watch whatever she wants, the child can watch whatever it wants, of course, with a limited time and restrictions. So here the family members have to sit together only one person enforcing this type of discipline, other person may not cooperate at all, then problems start. So please, as parents, you have to make some sacrifices for the sake of the child, or you have to tell the child, as you say, okay, Sunday you can watch a movie, Sunday you can use the gadgets of your choice, and then otherwise other days you have to follow our instructions. Similarly, other people at home, if they want to look at a serial and the child also sits next to them and enjoys, then how to correct those behaviors which are not required or which are not very beneficial to the child. So many times, children can blackmail the mother, blackmail the father, blackmail the grandparents, and then have his own way instead of following discipline. You may follow discipline 1 week, next week you will say, I will not follow. Whatever you want to do, you can do. So please have a discussion. So there should be a consensus of opinion between the parents or between other family members in child rearing practices. Did I answer your question? Can you hear me?
Ayush, is it clear?
So,
Okay, some
Yeah.
problem.
Hello,
Yeah.
can you hear me?
Yeah. Ayush,
able to hear you.
did you get your answer right?
Yeah, I got
Okay.
it. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
Sure. Okay. So the next one is
Ayush.
Tell me, sir.
Girish. Yeah, Girish. You can go ahead with your question.
ಹಲೋ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಸರ್.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.
ನನ್ನ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಇವಾಗಿನ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ ಕಾಲ ತರ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಟಿವಿ, ಇಂಟರ್ನೆಟ್, ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್, ಆತರ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ತರದ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಷನ್ ಬರೋ ಹಾಗೆ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂತ.
ಮೊದಲಿಂದನೇ ಸೀನ್ ಮದರ್ಸ್ 3 ತಿಂಗಳ ಮಗು 4 ತಿಂಗಳ ಮಗುಗೆ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಕೂರಿಸ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದು ಅಳುತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಎತ್ತಿ ಮುದ್ದಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಎತ್ತಿ ಆಟ ಆಡಿಸೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಗೇಮ್ ಕೂರಿಸ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಹೀಗೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಬೇಗನೆ ನೀವು ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಅಥವಾ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಅಥವಾ ಇಂಟರ್ನೆಟ್, ಟಿವಿ, ಊಟ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಕಾರ್ಟೂನ್ ಚಿತ್ರ ಓಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು. ಆ ಥರ ಅಭ್ಯಾಸ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅಯ್ಯೋ ನನ್ನ ಮಗು ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇರೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಇವನ್ ಮೈ ಸರ್ವೆಂಟ್ ಮೇಡ್ ಸರಿ 2 hours ಇನ್ನೇನೋ ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಚಿಂಟು ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಕೂತಿರೋ ಸರ್ 5 ವರ್ಷದ ಮಗು, ನಮಗೇನು ನೋಡೋಕೆ ಬಿಡೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಬೇಡ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ಗಲಾಟೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಬಿದ್ದು ಒದ್ದಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಕೊನೆಗೆ ಆಯ್ತಪ್ಪ ನೀನೇ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಮೆನಿ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಗ್ಯಾಡ್ಜೆಟ್ಸ್ and then allow the child to get addicted. This we call gadgets addiction. WHO says now it has become a worldwide menace. It's America, India, Indonesia, Africa, all over the world, gadgets addiction among children and adolescent boys and girls. ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ದಿನಕ್ಕೆ 6 ಗಂಟೆ 7 ಗಂಟೆ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಕೂತಿರ್ತಾನೆ, ಮಧ್ಯರಾತ್ರಿ 1 ಗಂಟೆಲ್ಲೂ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾನೆ. ಊಟ ಬೇಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ನಿದ್ದೆ ಬೇಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಪುಸ್ತಕ ಮುಟ್ಟಲ್ಲ. ನೋಡ್ಬೇಡ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಗಲಾಟೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಹೊಡಿತಾನೆ, ಬಡಿತಾನೆ, ತಾಯಿ ತೆಗೆದಿಸ್ತಾನೆ, ಆ ಮಟ್ಟ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್, ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಆಲ್ ದಿ ಪೀಡಿಯಾಟ್ರಿಷಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಸೇ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನೆಟ್ ಟು ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ ಬಿಲೋ ದ ಏಜ್ ಆಫ್ 12. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಆಶ್ಚರ್ಯ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, 12 ವರ್ಷದ ಕೆಳಪಟ್ಟಿನ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಇದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ದೇ ಆರ್ ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿವ್, ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಚರ್ ದ ಅಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ರುಚಿ ತೋರಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ದೇ ಕಾಂಟ್ ಲೀವ್ ವಿತೌಟ್ ವಾಚಿಂಗ್ ಮೊಬೈಲ್. ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಅಡಿಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು, ಮಗು ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು 5 ನಿಮಿಷ ನೋಡು, 10 ನಿಮಿಷ ನೋಡು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸ್ವಿಚ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ದಿಸ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ child has to be taught how to control itself, how long to see, what to see, and then discuss with the parents what he has learned doing that. He has enjoyed looking at the game or he got some new information or new skills. So parents have to draw the child into conversation, how to use mobile, how to use gadgets judiciously. Otherwise, people will have a lot of problems. Children will have a lot of problems to come out of this addiction. And we don't have any medicine for addiction, mobile addiction or video game addiction or gadget addiction. The child has to be retrained to reduce viewing. Then reward, it reduces the time, reward it. And if we overuse it, then take away some of the rewards. Like you don't get food today, you eat only one chapati and one side dish, nothing else. So this type of positive reinforcement and negative reinforcement techniques that we use to bring the child out of gadget abuse or gadget addiction.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Sir,
Okay.
yeah.
I guess Ayush, you need to ask some question.
Yes, Shreyas, this is Ayush's father here. Good evening to all.
Sir, you can.
Yeah, this is Ayush's father.
Hmm.
So, good evening to all. Hope everybody are safe at home. Thank you, sir. Namaskara. Nim jote maatadtara. It's really a privilege for us to, we only request to enlighten us with few of our concerns. Nandu ಎರಡು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಇದೆ sir. ಒಂದು related to nervousness. Nervousness with kids, especially my son who is playing badminton. I mean, we presume that he plays a neat game, if not the best. ಆದ್ರೆ ಅವನು ಎಲ್ಲಾರು ಟೂರ್ನಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲಾರು ಆಕ್ಚುಯಲ್ ಗೇಮ್ ಅಂತ ಆಡಕ್ ಹೋದಾಗ he will never get his right strokes.
Yeah.
He tend to commit mistake because of nervousness. It is very evident. ಅವನನ್ನ ಆಟ ಆಡೋದು ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾಗ್ಲೇ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗತ್ತೆ. We console him, of course. He is very understanding. ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತಾನೆ ಬಂದ್ಮೇಲೆ, ಹೌದಪ್ಪ ನಂಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನರ್ವಸ್ ಆಗೋಯ್ತು, ನನ್ಗೆ ಆಡಕ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಬೀನ್ ರಿಪಿಟೇಟಿವ್ ಇನ್ ನೇಚರ್. ಒಂದ್ಸಲಿ ಎರಡ್ ಸಲಿ ಆಗಿ he should come out. ಬಟ್ ಪ್ರತಿ ಸಲಿ ಹೋದಾಗ್ಲೂ he is tend to commit the same mistake for which his game is getting spoiled. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ನಂದು. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಬಂದು
ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾನೆ. ದಿಸ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಂಗ್ಸೈಟಿ. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಇವನ್ ಗೇಮ್ ಆಡುವಾಗ ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಬದಲು ವಿ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಕಾಂಪೀಟ್. ಪ್ರತಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರೋಕು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು, ಒಂದು ನೋವಾಲ್ ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು, ಒಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಮಿಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಾರ್ದು, ನಾನೇ ಗೆಲ್ಲಬೇಕು ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒತ್ತಡ ಮಗು ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಅದು ನಾವು ಇಂಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ವೆರಿ ಶೇಮ್ಫುಲ್ ಟು ಗಿವ್ ಸಚ್ ಅ ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ ಶಾಟ್ ಅಥವಾ ಫಾರ್ ಲೂಸಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಗೇಮ್. ಈ ರೀತಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಆಟವಾಡಿ ಸಂತೋಷ ಪಡುವ ವಿಧಾನ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಪ್ರತಿ ಆಟವನ್ನ ಸ್ಪರ್ಧೆ ಇದು, ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರ ಜೊತೆ ನೀನು ಸ್ಪರ್ಧೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ನೀನೇ ಗೆಲ್ಲಬೇಕು, ಪ್ರತಿ ಶಾಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗೇ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಯಾವುದು ಫಾಲ್ಟಿ ಶಾಟ್ ಹಾಕಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಒತ್ತಡ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ದಾಗೆ ನರ್ವಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಶುರುವಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು ಅಕಾಡೆಮಿಕ್ಸ್ಗೂ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ನೀನು 95 ತೆಗಿ 1 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಯ್ತು, ಯಾಕೆ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಯ್ತು? ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಆಸ್ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್, ಆಸ್ ಎ ಕೋಚ್, ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಟೆಲ್ ದ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಪ್ಲೇಯಿಂಗ್. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ ಬ್ಯಾಟ್ ಶಾಟ್ ಆಯ್ತು, ಒಂದ್ಸಲಿ ಸೋತ್ವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸೋಲು ಯಾಕಾಯ್ತು, ಹಾಗೆ ಸ್ವಾವಲೋಕನ, ಇಂಟ್ರಾಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಷನ್. ದೆನ್ ನಾಟ್ ಟು ರಿಪೀಟ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್, ನಾಟ್ ಟು ಬಿಕಮ್ ಆಂಗ್ಸಿಯಸ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ನಾವು ಸೋತ್ರೆ ಆಮೇಲೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸಲ ಸೋಲ್ತೇವೆ, ಮುಂದೆ ಸಲ ಸೋಲ್ತೇವೆ. ಈಗ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಶಾಟ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ನಾನು ಕರ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೇನೆ. ಈ ಥರದ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಶುರುವಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅವಾಗ ನರ್ವಸ್ ಶುರುವಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಆಸ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಟು ರಿಲ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ 1 to 20 before it starts the game, or pray God before it starts the game, even for a minute or two. Take a deep breath in and breathe out, and then enjoy the game. Once you start enjoying, nervousness disappears. ಸೋಲು ಗೆಲುವು ಮುಖ್ಯ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಆಡೋದು ಮುಖ್ಯ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಇನ್ನೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಆದರೆ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಕ್ರಿಕೆಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಫುಟ್ಬಾಲ್ ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಯಾವುದೇ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಸೋಲು ಗೆಲುವು ಈಕ್ವಲ್, ಬಟ್ ಗೆಲ್ಲೇಬೇಕು. ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಗೆಲ್ಲೇಬೇಕು. ಸೋತ್ರೆ ಕಲ್ಲು ಹಿಡಿತೇವೆ ಆಟಗಾರ ಮೇಲೆ, ಬಾಯಿ ಬಂದು ಬೈತೇವೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ವೆರಿ ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಕ್ರಿಕೆಟರ್, ಫುಟ್ಬಾಲರ್, ಟೆನಿಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಯರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಅಂಡರ್ ಟ್ರೆಮೆಂಡಸ್ ಆಂಗ್ಸೈಟಿ, ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಗೇಮ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಅಥವಾ ವೆನ್ ಈಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಯಿಂಗ್ ಅಗೇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಎ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಅಪನೆಂಟ್. one becomes nervous. It's natural. But again, as a coach, as a parent, you must tell the child, relax, enjoy the game, and not to worry about the losing or winning the game. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳಿ.
Yeah, you can go with the second question.
Second question.
Ayush.
ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ?
Hello.
ಹಾ,
Mute ಆಗಿತ್ತು, so we were not able to speak. Now I think we are good to go. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Generally, this is what I tell him, and I always keep telling him. But beyond this, I mean, still it is continuing. Anyway, there is no pressure from our side that he has to win, he has to score. Anta nam kadeinda pressure illa. We just wanted him to.
ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಆಡುವ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗೆ ಅವನ ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಗೆಲ್ಲೇಬೇಕು, ಬ್ಯಾಟ್ ಶಾಟ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅವಮಾನ, ಇದು ಅಪರಾಧ, ಇದು. ಸೊ ಈ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟೇಷನ್ಸ್, ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದ್ದಾಗ, ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಇದು ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದನ್ನ ಓವರ್ ಎ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೈಮ್ one has to overcome it, because some children are very health conscious, very anxious about their performance. They want to always project a good figure in front of others. ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಆಡು, ಸಂತೋಷ ಪಡು. Over a period of time, you will learn how to control your nervousness. Even Sachin Tendulkar 100ನೇ ಸೆಂಚುರಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ 1 ವರ್ಷ ತಗೊಂಡ. In every match,
True.
people thought, oh, ಈ match ಅಲ್ಲಿ 100 century ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ, we can celebrate ಅಂತ. Even used to become anxious and out by 10 or 20, even at 90s, ಒಂದು ಕಾಲು ವರ್ಷ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ 100ನೇ ಸೆಂಚುರಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು. Even Sachin Tendulkar had such nervousness when he had to perform in front of 50,000 spectators and 10 times that number of spectators on TV.
Great, sir. Thank you so much. Nandas, ಎರಡನೇ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಬಂದು it might be a very common with all age levels ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀನಿ. But more of it is I have seen in my family, the elders also getting into mode of anxiety and hallucination. Is anxiety and hallucination hereditary? First question. Second, ದೊಡ್ಡವರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಈ hallucination ಮೋಡ್ಗೆ ಸಡನ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೋಗೋದಾಗ್ಲಿ, ಸಡನ್ ಆಗಿ ಫ್ಲೇರ್ ಅಪ್ ಆಗಿ ಆಂಗ್ಸೈಟಿನ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳಕ್ ಆಗದಾಗ್ಲಿ ಅನ್ನೋ ಸಿಚುಯೇಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಹೌ ಟು ಹ್ಯಾಂಡಲ್ ಸರ್?
ಅಲ್ಲ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೆಲುಸಿನೇಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನೋ ನೀವು ಒಂದು ಪದ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಿದ್ರಿ. ಹೆಲುಸಿನೇಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗಂದ್ರೆ,
ಸಾರಿ ಸರ್,
ಹೆಲುಸಿನೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಪದ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಿದ್ರಿ. ಯಾವ ಅರ್ಥದಲ್ಲಿ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಿದ್ರಿ ಹೆಲುಸಿನೇಷನ್ಸ್? ಆಂಗ್ಸೈಟಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತು.
ಹ್ಯಾಲುಸಿನೇಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದೊಂದ್ಸಲಿ ನಾವು ಆ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಭ್ರಮೆ ಲೋಕಕ್ಕೆ ಹೊಟ್ಟೋಗೋದು. ಓ, ಹಿಂಗ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಈ ತರ ಸಿಚುಯೇಷನ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ನನಗೂ ಹಂಗ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಹಿಂಗ ಆಗೋದ್ರೆ ಹಂಗ ಆಗೋದ್ರೆ, ಇಫ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಬಟ್ಸ್, ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲೇ ಜೀವನ ಕಳೆದ್ ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಜೀವನ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಆಗಬಹುದು?
ಇದು ಚಿಕ್ಕ ವಯಸ್ಸಿಂದ ನಾವು ರಿಯಾಲಿಟಿ, ವಾಸ್ತವಿಕ ಪ್ರಪಂಚ ಹೇಗಿದೆ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದನ್ನ ಕಲ್ಪನೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡೆ ನಾವು ಸಂತೋಷ ಪಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಫ್ಯಾಂಟಸಿ ಎವ್ರಿ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಸ್ ಎಂಜಾಯ್. ನಾವೇ ದೇವರಾದ ಹಾಗೆ, ಅಥವಾ ರೆಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದು ಆಕಾಶದ ಹಾರದ ಹಾಗೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವುದೇ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆನ ಚಿಟಿಕೆ ಹೊಡೆದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ನಿವಾರಿಸ್ಬಿಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಫ್ಯಾಂಟಸಿ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಸಮ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಆಂಕ್ಷಿಯಸ್ ಬೈ ನೇಚರ್. ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಥವಾ ಅಪ್ಬ್ರಿಂಗಿಂಗ್. ಇಫ್ ದಿ childhood experience is not very good, lot of insecurities, lot of difficulties, and parental rejection ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ such children become anxious, remain anxious throughout life. ಹಾಗೆ ವಯಸ್ಸಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಇನ್ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟಿ. ನಾನು ಎಷ್ಟು ದಿನ ಬದುಕಿರ್ತಾನೆ, ನನ್ನ ಆಯುಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು, ಯಾವ ಕಾಯಿಲೆ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಏನು ಕಾಂಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಮಗ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾನ, ಸೊಸೆ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾಳ. ಯಾವಾಗ ಇನ್ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟಿ ಫೀಲಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಆಂಗ್ಸೈಟಿ ಆಟೋಮೆಟಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಯಾವುದೇ ವಯಸ್ಸಿಗೆ, ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ಅಡಲ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ಮಿಡ್ಲ್ ಏಜ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ವಯಸ್ಸಾದ್ರೂ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಅವಾಗ ರಿಯಾಲಿಟಿ, ವಾಸ್ತವಿಕ ಪ್ರಪಂಚ ಏನಿದೆ, ಅಂಡ್ ಶುಡ್ ಐ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಆಂಕ್ಷಿಯಸ್, ಶುಡ್ ಐ ಬಿಕಮ್ ನರ್ವಸ್, ಶುಡ್ ಐ ವರಿ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಅಂತ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು, ಅಥವಾ ಬೇರೆಯವರು ಅದನ್ನ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಅಜ್ಜ, ನೀವು ಇಷ್ಟೊಂದು ನರ್ವಸ್ ಆಗಬೇಡಿ, ನಿಮಗೆ 100 ವರ್ಷ ಆಯಿಸಿದೆ, ಡೋಂಟ್ ವರಿ, ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಡಯಾಬಿಟಿಕ್, ಯಾವುದೊಂದು ಕಾಂಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಆಯಿತು, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಈ ರೀತಿ reassurance and emotional support by the family becomes very vital to reduce this anxiety or ಇಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನೇಷನ್ಸ್. ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕಲ್ಪನೆ ಕೆಟ್ಟದನ್ನೇ ಕಲ್ಪನೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ನಾನು ಸೋಲ್ಬೋದು, ನಾನು ಬೇಗ ಸಾಯ್ಬೋದು, ಈ ಕಾಯಿಲೆ ವಾಸಿ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅಥವಾ ಮಗ ಮತ್ತೆ ವಾಪಸ್ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಉಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಅಮೆರಿಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಉಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾನೆ, ನಾವು ಅನಾಥರಾಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಈ ಥರ ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನರಿ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಥಿಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಕಂಡು ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಅವರಿಗೆ ಇದನ್ನೇ ಕೌನ್ಸಿಲಿಂಗ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಥಿಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಬೇಡ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಗ ವಾಪಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾನೆ, ಬರೆದರೂ ಕೂಡ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್, ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಏಜೆನ್ಸೀಸ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಲುಕ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಯು ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಕೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು. ಇದು ಕೌನ್ಸಿಲಿಂಗ್, ಇದನ್ನೇ ಕೌನ್ಸಿಲಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಅವರಿಗೆ ಧೈರ್ಯವನ್ನು ತುಂಬತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು, ಭರವಸೆಯನ್ನು ತುಂಬತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. Induce hope in those individuals and help them to understand the reality of life. Any more?
Sure, thank you, Ayush Father. So we'll move on to the next one. Soumya Krishna.
Okay.
Soumya Krishna, you just unmute yourself and ask the question.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, Krishna, yeah.
Okay. Sir, ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಕೃಷ್ಣ, ನನಗೆ ಒಬ್ಳು 6-year-old ಡಾಟರ್ ಇದ್ದಾಳೆ. ಓಕೆ, ನಾನು me and my wife in future are contemplating to adopt a child, our second child. So ಇಂಥ ಒಂದು ಸಿಚುಯೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ how will my daughter react? Accept ಇರತ್ತಾ, or what kind of challenges can we expect? ಇದ್ರೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್.
ಅವ್ನು ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ನಿನಗೆ 6 ವರ್ಷ ಆಗಿದೆ, ನಿನಗೊಬ್ಳು ತಂಗಿ ಬೇಕಾ, ತಮ್ಮ ಬೇಕಾ, ಅದನ್ನ ತರ್ತೇವೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ.
ಓಕೆ,
ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಟು ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ದಿ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್. ಇವನ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪ್ರೆಗ್ನೆನ್ಸಿ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಕೂಡ ಮಗುವನ್ನ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಅಮ್ಮ, ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಮಗು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಗೆ, ಎಂತ ಮಗು ಬೇಕಿಗೆ, ತಂಗಿ ಬೇಕಾ, ತಮ್ಮ ಬೇಕಾ, ಆಟ ಆಡಕ್ಕೆ ನಿನ್ನ ಜೊತೆ ಆಟ ಆಡಕ್ಕೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಮಗು ಬರ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ, ಅದು ವೆದರ್ ಅಡಾಪ್ಟೆಡ್ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ ಆರ್ ರಿಯಲ್ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್, ಮಗುನ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಮಗು ಬಂದಾಗ ಎಷ್ಟು ವಯಸ್ಸು ಮಗು ತರ್ತೀರಿ? ಸಣ್ಣ ಮಗು ತರ್ತೀರಾ, 1 ತಿಂಗಳು ಮಗು ತರ್ತೀರಾ, ಅಥವಾ 6 ತಿಂಗಳು ವರ್ಷ ತರ್ತೀರಾ, ಅಥವಾ 2 ವರ್ಷ 3 ವರ್ಷ ತರ್ತೀರಾ? Depends upon the age, because many times it's better to bring a small child and then everybody gets adapted, even the child gets adapted. ಹಾಗೆ 3-4 ವರ್ಷ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಇದ್ದು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬಂತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ the child also will find difficult to accept his parents and accept the other sib as sib. ಸೊ ಅದರಿಂದ ಆಗುವಂಥ ಸನ್ನಿವೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿ, ಈಗ 3 ವರ್ಷದ ಮಗು ನಮ್ಮನೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ನಿನಗೆ ತಂಗಿಯ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ನಿನಗೆ ತಮ್ಮನ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀನು ಆಟ ಆಡಬೇಕು, ನೀನು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ತಿಂಡಿ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಜೊತೆ ಇರ್ತದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಎಮೋಷನಲಿ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ದಿ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ ಟು ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ದಿ ನ್ಯೂ ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ದಿ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್. ಇದನ್ನ ಹೊಸ ಮಗು ಬಂದ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಅಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸಿಬ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ರೆವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಶುರುವಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಮೊದಲು 6 ವರ್ಷ ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಮಾಡ್ತು, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯೆಲ್ಲ ಪೂರ್ಣವಾಗಿ ಪಡ್ಕೊಂಡು, ಈಗ ಇನ್ನೂ ಬಂದಾಗ ಆ ಮಗು ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗಮನ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮಗು ಚಿಕ್ಕದಿದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಗಮನ ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಿ, ಟೈಮ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಿ. ಈ ಮಗುಗೆ ಜಲಸಿ ಶುರು ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು, ಇವಾಗ ಸಣ್ಣ ಮಗು ತಂದಿದ್ದೇವೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಸಮಯ ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ, ನಾವೇ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಬೇಕು, ನಿನ್ನ ಪಾಡಿ ನಿಧಾನ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಇದ್ರೆ ನನಗೂ ನೀನೇ ಮಾಡಿಸುತ್ತಾ ಅಮೃತ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ, ಹೊಸ ತಂಗಿ ಮಾಡಿಸಿದ್ಯಾ, ನನಗೂ ಮಾಡಿಸು, ಆ ಮಗು ಬಟ್ಟೆ ಹಾಕು, ನನಗೂ ಬಟ್ಟೆ ಹಾಕು, ಅಥವಾ ಆ ಮಗುಗೆ ಕೈ ತುತ್ತಾಕ್ತಾರೆ, ನನಗೂ ಕೈ ತುತ್ತಾಕು ಅಂತ ಮಗು try to draw the attention of the parents. So ಅದರಿಂದ with the child, let the child accept the new child, and then it will be all right.
Okay, doctor. Thank you.
Okay, the next one, Mallika. Mallika, you can unmute yourself.
Yeah, thanks, Shreyas. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಸರ್. ನನ್ಗೆ ಒಂದ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ನಂಗೆ 2 ಮಕ್ಕಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ 2 ಗಂಡ್ ಮಕ್ಳು. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು, ಆಮೇಲಿಂದ ಫುಲ್ ಜಗಳ ಆಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಇರ್ಲೂಬೇಕು, ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರಕ್ಕೂ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ. ಸೊ ಸಿಬ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಹೇಗ್ ತಡಿಯೋದು? ಪ್ರೀತಿ ಇದೆ, ಪ್ರೀತಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ ಹಾಗೆ ಜಗಳನು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಡ್ತಾರೆ.
ಪ್ರೀತಿನ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಫೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಇದ್ದೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಪ್ರೀತಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಫೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಪ್ರೀತಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಫೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ತರ ನಿಮಗೆ ಜಗಳ ಸೀರಿಯಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಸಿದ್ರೆ ದೆನ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂನ್. ಇಲ್ಲಾಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಲಿ ಆಗಿ ಫೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ರೇಗಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಕಿತ್ತಾಡ್ಲಿ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಒಂದಾಗ್ತಾರೆ, ಪ್ರೀತಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಎನ್ಕರೇಜ್ ದೆಮ್ ಟು ಶೋ ಮೋರ್ ಲವ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಅಫೆಕ್ಷನ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ಫೈಟ್ ಸೀರಿಯಸ್ಲಿ. ಆ ಸೀರಿಯಸ್ ಫೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ಏನು ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಏನು, ಅದು ವಸ್ತುಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಅವ್ರು ಫೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದಾರಾ, ತಂಡಗಳ ಅಟೆನ್ಷನ್ಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಫೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದಾರಾ, ಅಥವಾ ಒಬ್ಬರು ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ಅನಗತ್ಯವಾಗಿ ರೇಗಿಸಿ ಕಿರುಕುಳ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಫೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಶುರುವಾಗಿದೆಯಾ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಲುಕ್ ಅಟ್ ದಿ ಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದೀಸ್ ಫೈಟಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ಅಥವಾ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಿ, ನೀವು ಜಗಳ ಆಡಿದಾಗ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಜಗಳ ಆಡ್ತೀರಿ ನಮಗೆ ಬಂದು ಹೇಳಿಯಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ, ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಪುಸ್ತಕ ಬರೀರಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ನಿಮಗೆ ಸಾರ್ಟ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ ಅಂತ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಎನ್ಕರೇಜ್ ದೆಮ್ ಟು ಶೋ ಮೋರ್ ಲವ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಅಫೆಕ್ಷನ್ and understand each other than fight on issues. Friendly fighting ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ allow it to occur because that will again strengthen the bonds. ಹಾಗೆ ಭಿನ್ನಾಭಿಪ್ರಾಯಗಳು ಬಂದೇ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಈಗ ಟಿವಿ ನೋಡ್ದಾಗ ಕೂತಾಗ ಒಬ್ಬನಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಚಾನಲ್ ಬೇಕು, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಚಾನಲ್ ಬೇಕು, ಇವನ್ನ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಸಿಟ್ಟು ಬರ್ತದೆ, ಜಗಳ ಆಡ್ತಾರೆ. ನನಗೆ ರಿಮೋಟ್ ಕೊಡುವಂತ ಇವನು ಜಗಳ ಆಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಫೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಗುವಾಗ ಯಾಕೆ ಫೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಏನ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂ, ಅದು ಸೀರಿಯಸ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂನ ಅಥವಾ ಲೈಟರ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂನ, ಮತ್ತು ಅದನ್ನ ಹೇಗೆ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡಲ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಹಾಗೆ ಡಿಫೆನ್ಸ್ ಒಪಿನಿಯನ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಬಗೆಹರಿಸ್ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಹಾಗೆ ಇದು ಗಂಡ ಹೆಂಡತಿಗೂ ಒಂದು ಮಯ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಸ್ ಗುಡ್. ಗಂಡ ಹೆಂಡತಿ ನಡುವೆ ಜಗಳ ಊಟಕ್ಕಿಟ್ಟು ಉಪ್ಪಿನಕಾಯಿ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಗಾದೆ ಇದೆ. ಆದರೆ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಜನ ಗಂಡ ಹೆಂಡತಿ ಸೀರಿಯಸ್ ಫೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ತಮ್ಮ ಸಮಾಧಾನ ನೆಮ್ಮದಿಯನ್ನು ಹಾಳು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವಾಗ ಯಾಕೆ ಫೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಏನು ಭಿನ್ನಾಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂತು, ಅದು ಸಾರ್ಟ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಹೇಗೆ, ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ದಿ ಅದರ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್, ಅದರ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ಸ್ ವ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ. ಎಷ್ಟು ವಯಸ್ಸು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ? ಎಷ್ಟು ವಯಸ್ಸಿನ ಮಕ್ಕಳು?
ಮಲ್ಲಿಕಾ
ಅವರೇ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ವಯಸ್ಸು?
ಹಲೋ ಮಲ್ಲಿಕಾ. ಮಲ್ಲಿಕಾ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ.
ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅನ್ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವೇನೋ?
ಹಾ ಸರ್, ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ ವಿಲ್ ಸರ್, ಗೀತಾ ಅವರು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್
ಅನ್ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ.
ಹಾ, ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ
ಸರ್. ಒಬ್ಬಂಗೆ 8, ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬಂಗೆ 6 ವರ್ಷ.
ಅದರಿಂದ ನೀವು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಎಕ್ಸರ್ಸೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಅವ್ರು ಜಗಳ ಆಡಿದಾಗ ಇಬ್ಬರನ್ನ ಕರೀರಿ. ಅಪ್ಪ ಜಗಳ ಆಡ್ತಿದ್ರಿ, ಏನ್ ವಿಚಾರ, ಯಾವ ವಿಚಾರಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಜಗಳ ಆಡ್ತಿದ್ರಿ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಜಗಳ ಆಡಬೇಕಾ ಅಥವಾ ಅದನ್ನ ಸಾರ್ಟ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡಿ ಪಾಪ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸರ್.
ಸರ್, ಈ ತರ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಸಮಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಡರ್ ಫೀಲ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಬಯಾಸ್ ಟುವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಯಂಗರ್.
ಹೌದು, ಹಾಗೇನೆ ವಯಸ್ಸು ವರ್ಷ ಉಲ್ಟಾನೂ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆಗ ಬಯಾಸ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅವಾಗ ನಾವು ಇಂಟ್ರಾಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರಿಗೂ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ನಾನು ಪಕ್ಷಪಾತ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಒಬ್ಬರ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಲ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತೇನೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು, ಕನ್ವಿನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ಪೂರ್ವಾಗ್ರಹ ಪೀಡಿತರ ಬಿಟ್ರೆ, ಒನ್ಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಬಯಾಸ್, ದೆನ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ ಥಿಂಕ್ ದಟ್ parents are always biased towards one sib and they don't attend to his or her needs always.
ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್, ಸೊ ಇವರು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಗೀತಾ ಅವರು ಒಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ತುಂಬಾ ಅಡಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ?
ಅಡಮೆನ್ಸಿ ಯಾಕೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ನನಗೆ ಈಗಲೇ ಬೇಕು, ಇದೇ ಬೇಕು, ಹೀಗೆ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಅಥವಾ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ಮೇಲ್ ದಿ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಅವಾಗ adamant child can be part of ADHD, adamant child can be part of ODD, oppositional deficient disorder. ಅಥವಾ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸು ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಮೇಲೆ ತಮ್ಮ ಆಲೋಚನೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ದೆನ್ ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್ ಅಪೋಸ್ ಇಟ್, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕೀಪ್ ಆನ್ ಅಪೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಇಟ್. ಅಮ್ಮನಿಗೆ ಕೀಟ್ಲೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಾನೆ ಅಡಮೆನ್ಸ್ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಪ್ಪನಿಗೆ ತೊಂದರೆ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಡಮೆನ್ಸ್ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಅಡಮೆಂಟ್ ಬಿಹೇವಿಯರ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ಅಗೇನ್ one should not lose one's patience and sit with the child and try to negotiate with the child. ಇಷ್ಟು ಹಠ ಬೇಡ, ಇಷ್ಟು ಅಡಮೆನ್ಸ್ ಬೇಡ, ಇನ್ನ ಆಸೆಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮುಂದೆ ಪೂರೈಸ್ತೇವೆ, ಈಗಲೇ ಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಅದು ಮಾಡಿ ಡೈವರ್ಷನ್, ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಡೈವರ್ಷನ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಮಗುನ ಮನಸ್ಸನ್ನು ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆ ಹರಿಸಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆ ಕೊಡಿ. ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವೇ ಮಾತಾಡೋಣ ಅಥವಾ ಮುಂದಿನ ವಾರ ಮಾತಾಡೋಣ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಹಾಗೆ ಮಗನ ಒಂದು ಆಟ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಒಂದು ಪಾರ್ಕ್ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ, ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ ಫರ್ಗೆಟ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್. ಇಮೆನ್ಸಿ ಡೀಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಬಹಳ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಡೀಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಕೋಪ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಪ್ರಯೋಜನ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಶಿಕ್ಷೆ ಮಾಡೋದು ಪ್ರಯೋಜನ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಥವಾ ಅಡಮೆನ್ಸಿಗೆ ಈಲ್ಡ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೂ ಅದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದಕ್ಕೂ ಮಗು ಹಠ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ನನ್ನ ಮಾತೇ ನಡಿಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ, ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ದಾಗೆ ಅಪ್ಪ ಅಮ್ಮ ಕುಡಿಯಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಅವಾಗ ತಂದೆ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಕೇರ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡಲ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ.
Gino, you can unmute yourself and ask the question.
Yes, hi Shreyas, how are you doing? And hi to everyone. And good evening, sir. How are you?
Fine. Here is sir.
Sir, I have a daughter. She's around 9.5 years old. She's more into emotional disorder. I want her to be, she's very soft spoken. I want her to be naughty. I want her to break some things to make fun with me, with my wife. So how can we do that?
ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಕೊಡಿ, ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಕೊಡಿ. ಕೆಲವರು ನಾಟಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡೋಕೆ ಮುಂದೆ ನೀವು ವಾಂಟ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಟು ಬಿಕಮ್ ನಾಟಿ. ಆಗ ಕೆಲವರು ಇಂಟ್ರೋವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬಹಳ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ.
ಕನ್ನಡ.
They are very docile. So some children are very docile. They try to say yes to everything you say. They don't want to raise their voice, and they don't want to be naughty. They don't want to be mischievous. But as parents, you want them to be mischievous. Then training. You have to train the child how to enjoy being naughty whenever wanted. Otherwise, if they become too naughty, then they will start complaining. Hagagi, whether the child should be very docile, very naughty, or very obedient, or disobey on certain grounds, that you have to discuss and then make the child to show that. Otherwise, they may be afraid of being naughty. Oh, parent will punish me if I am naughty. Best thing is be docile, be soft, and get their approval. So it depends upon you and the personality of the child. Did you follow what I said? Did you follow what I said?
Gino, you're getting no? Gino?
Unmute.
Gino, unmute yourself and answer.
Yeah. Go ahead, Gino.
Yeah.
Did you
okay. Yeah, I got it. It's all related to training, right?
Yeah.
But sir, what to train? Because I had an incident with her. Whenever she plays badminton, and if I am there, she sees me and she starts, she is not playing well. But when I am not there, she plays well. So what to train?
Don't be there. Don't be there. Because looking at you, she becomes anxious. What you will comment if she makes a bad shot, or if she loses, she thinks that you disapprove of it. So tell her that I am here. Don't look at me. Concentrate on the game. Otherwise, they'll be looking at you and worrying what my father will say, what my coach will say. Then they become, as somebody put it, they become nervous. So it's like training. Again, make the child to remain calm, and then in the beginning, watch the child without being seen by the child. Your daughter should not see you that you are watching the game, her game. Then she plays naturally. Then gradually introduce yourself and then say, I'm here, but don't worry about me. Play your natural game. Okay.
Gene, did you get it?
Okay. Sir, I think we have completed 1 hour. Probably, if there are no more questions, sir, I'll ask the last question.
Okay, sir.
Sorry to interrupt. There is one Sudhir Nayak who is want to ask one question.
Sure.
Sudhir, you can go forward and ask the question.
Hi, sir. Sir, ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಸುಧೀರ್ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ನಮ್ಗೆ 9 ವರ್ಷದ ಮಗ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. ಸರ್, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನನ್ನ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಪಾರ್ಶಲಿ ಸಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ಡ್, ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಎ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಯೇಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ ಮೈ ಓನ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್. ಸರ್, ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಇದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಇಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟೇಷನ್ ವರ್ಸಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್. For example, I may not be presenting this in a right way, but I will give you an example. Day to day life ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನನ್ನ ಮಗನಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಎಕ್ಸರ್ಸೈಸ್ ನ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ತೀವಿ. ಎಕ್ಸರ್ಸೈಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ನಾನು ಜನರಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಪೋಸ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀನಿ. ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಪೋಸ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಪೋಸ್ಚರ್ ನ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ, ತುಂಬಾ ಸಲ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಬಟ್ ಅವನ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಅವ್ನ್ ಮುಗಿಸ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಒಂದ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾನೆ, ಬಟ್ ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಮುಗಿಸ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ. ಸೊ ನನ್ಗೆ ಕೆಲವೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಎಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸರ್ಸೈಸ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಎಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಏನೇ ಆಗ್ಲಿ, ಇದೊಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್. ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ವೆದರ್ am I putting too much pressure on him? One question, no? Or is this my expectation to do exactly the same way what I am expecting ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಇದನ್ನ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಅವನು ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾನು ಅವನ್ಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವೋನೋ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಡ್ಯುಯಲ್ ಮೈಂಡ್. ಕೆಲವೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಹೆಂಗಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ನಾನು ಅದನ್ನ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಬೇಡನೋ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಅವ್ನ್ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ಲೇಬೇಕು, ಅವ್ನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅವಾಗ am I putting too much pressure on him ಅಂತ?
Here, ask your son and get a feedback. ನೋಡಪ್ಪ, ಇದು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಹೀಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಇಷ್ಟೊತ್ತೆ ಹೀಗೆ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ನಿನಗೆ ತೊಂದರೆ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ ಅಥವಾ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿ. ಮಗು
ಆನ್ಸರು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಇದೇ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಬಟ್
ಅವಾಗ ಹೇಳಿ,
ಅವ್ನ್ ಪುಷ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅವ್ನ್ ಮುಗಿಸ್ತಾನೆ.
ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಿ, ಅದನ್ನ ನಾನೇ ಅದು ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಹಾಕ್ತೇನೆ, ಯಾಕೆ ನೀನು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಯಿಂದ. ನಿಂಗೆ ತೊಂದರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳು, ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ನೀನೇ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡುವಂತ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಫೀಡ್ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್. The child is the best person to give you the feedback, whether you are putting too much pressure or too less pressure, making very uncomfortable. ಎಷ್ಟು ಮುಖಭಾವ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಮಗುಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ನಿರೀಕ್ಷೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. If the child is concealing his emotion, then ask the child straight away. ಅದಿಷ್ಟು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು, ನಿಮಗೆ ತೊಂದರೆ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಪ್ಪ, ತುಂಬಾ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳು, ನಾನು ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸ್ಬಿಡ್ತೇನೆ, ನಾಳೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮುಂದುವರ್ಸೋಣ ಅಂತ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್, ಕಣ್ಣು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕಿವಿ ತೆರೆದು ಮಗು ಏನು ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ, ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಬಾಡಿ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ನೋಡಿ. ಕೆಲವು ಸತಿ ಮಗು ಬಾಯನ್ನ ಹೇಳದೇ ಇರೋದನ್ನ ಬಾಡಿ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಮುಖಾಂತರ, ಮುಖಭಾವದ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಸುಲಭವಾಗಿ ನಮಗೆ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ. ಅದು ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಟೂ ಮಚ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥವಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನೇರವಾಗಿ ವರ್ಬಲಿ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ದಿ ಚೈಲ್ಡ್ ಟು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಸ್. ಮಸ್ಟ್ encourage the child to become more communicative, whether positive emotion or negative emotion or pressure or expectation.
So ಅವನ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ನೋ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೋ, should I stop?
ನೋವಾದ ಹೇಳಪ್ಪ, ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತೇನೆ ಅಂತ ಸಾಲ್ವೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಪಾಪ ನೋವು ಪಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ನೀವು ಮುಂದುವರ್ಸ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀರಿ, the child may resent.
ಅಲ್ಲ, this is just general question, sir. Example is of exercise is just a general. It is
ಓದೋದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ನಾಳೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಇದೆ, ಇವತ್ತು 2 hours ಕೂತ್ಕೊ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಿ, 2 hours ರಿವ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ತೀರಿ. ಅವಾಗ 1.5 ಗಂಟೆ ಕೇಳಪ್ಪ, 1.5 ಗಂಟೆ ಆಯ್ತು, ತುಂಬಾ ಆಯಾಸ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ, ವಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ 5 minutes ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಅಂತ. ಇಲ್ಲದ್ರೆ 2 ಗಂಟೆ ನೀನು ರಿಹರ್ಸಲ್ ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು, ನಾನು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಡಲೇಬೇಕು, ನಾಳೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಇದೆ, ಮುಂದಿನ ವಾರ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಮಗುಗೆ ಹಿಂಸೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ then if you get a notion that the child is under pressure, which is not good for the child, ಆಗ ಫೀಡ್ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ.
Yeah, Sharanjaya, you can ask the question.
Yeah, hello, good evening, sir. Many of my questions has already been answered, but still have some. And first of all, like my child is very shy, which has been asked. Her father has already asked the question, and when she opens up, but she takes time to open, and when she opens, it's already late. So how to deal with that?
See, by birth or by nature, some children are very shy. Some children, they don't have any shyness at all. Agagi, in case shyness is inherited by genes, or shyness can come out of past bad experiences, either through you or through others. ಈಗ ನಾಚಿಕೆ ಯಾವ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ನಾನು ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರ ನಿರೀಕ್ಷೆ ಮಟ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ತೀನೋ ಇಲ್ವೋ, ಬೇರೆಯವರು ನನ್ನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೋ ಆಗ
English.
The child may think that it may not do well and it may receive negative comments either from the parents or from others, and his socialization skills may be less, so child becomes shy or
How to deal with that?
inferiority feelings. That's why when the child shows shyness from the beginning, it is an inborn problem. Then make the child to reduce shyness by inducing more self-confidence, and don't put too much pressure. And similarly, if the shyness due to social skills lack are less, then tell the child how to say hello to the guest, hello to uncle or aunt or somebody else. Make the child, you push the child forward and say, you invite the guest. You offer him a cup of coffee, take this plate and give it to him. And don't feel shy. So this type of training,
sorry to interrupt,
training, you can take away the shyness.
Yes, I do agree with that. But actually, her father stays outside, and me and means we both stay here. So most of the work she does on her own. I make her to do independent, like not to depend, and she does everything she does. Whatever you told, like she will only go and address everyone and all that she does. Apart from that also, whenever she does something, or even if she studies also, she's lost somewhere.
Okay.
She will be doing something and she's there only, but her mentality means mentally she will not be there.
Yeah. So you're talking about attention now. So find out if our attention is drawn towards something else, either internal stress or external events. So you have to analyze the situation and then ask her to give a feedback. Why is shy? Why is you found she's lost somewhere? She's not attending to whatever she has to attend. So then you have to wake her up and then ask her at this juncture what you are thinking and was it necessary to think at this hour. You're not supposed to do something else. So these preoccupations or absent-mindedness or shyness, which each situation you have to talk to the child and then train the child not to feel shy or not to get preoccupied or lost in the fantasy world.
One more thing, like what if the child starts lying you at certain point of time, like out of scare, means they are scared though, because I am the only parent here, because her father is staying outside, so I'll only give her love, I'll only get angry on her. So in that all mixed things she's getting, like nobody is there to pamper her. So in that way she hides, she has started hiding some things, she has started lying, not to that great extent, but that happens. So how to deal with that?
No, that's fine. Being a single parent, I can understand your anxieties. Many single parents have this anxiety. As a single parent, am I giving good care to my child?
Yes.
Because you have to be a father sometime, you have to be a mother sometime. As father, you have to discipline the child. As mother, you have to love the child. And you're wondering whether you are doing the dual role appropriately. Then that's why get a feedback from the child, and then you can take necessary action to train the child and manage the child single-handed.
One last question, sir. How to deal this adultery? Like suppose even if we are watching this TV, and something comes upon in TV or else outside, all these things, because I have one small example I'll give. Her friends will come and talk all sort of bad things. Now how to deal with that? Like kids, though my kid might not come and revert back to me or might not tell that, but even if I come to know from outside, how to deal with that?
No, that's right. See, every child now, we say children are getting matured very early at the age of 7 or 8 years, because of media, because of friends, because of open information through many methods. They get informed about sex, and then they become curious.
Yes.
And also they do an introspection, find out what's happening in their body, what's happening in their mind. When they get sexual thoughts, how to manage it. So again, as single parent, with the boys or with the girls, of course, if both the parents are there, girls, mother has to talk more, father has to talk more with the boys regarding giving information about the sexual knowledge. What is good, what is not good, what is socially acceptable, what is not socially acceptable, or while opening internets or while seeing movies, suddenly a porno picture may come. And
Yes.
the child may show interest in that or wants to see some more such films. This happens automatically. So then, whenever you come across such issues, sit down with the child and tell about the
Yes. Okay.
sexuality.
We have to open up. Yes.
Being a girl or being a boy, what are the changes that are taking place in his own body, in her own body, and when the sexual interests come, or when they see a porno, a naked girl or naked boy, what thoughts they get, how they get attracted, what does it mean? Then you have to give them all the information which they can understand, and then postpone these needs to later age, because they should not experiment at a very early age with sexual interest, because we see many children, they get sexually exploited by their age mates and others, and they can't share with anybody. They keep the parents totally in darkness, and they get preoccupied, or they get misled, or they get sexually abused. So here, without any hesitation, whatever they see, whatever they hear, then make the children to come and discuss with you with an open mind, and then don't again use the words like bad or good, or because of value judgment. Then say in a neutral way, you have to put the information in front of them, and then say which is healthy, which is unhealthy, which is harmful, which is not harmful. So in that way, you have to give education. But unfortunately, in India, no such education is given to anybody. No, many adolescent boys and girls, they get misled and indulge in various sexual adventures, which can be very dangerous to themselves.
So to that line, one question on the teenagers. So they started having their own point of view, and we as a parent in a habit of doing some amount of, I can call it as policing, when to stop that monitoring, and when to let kids go free. Sometimes we feel that they are lying. What is the right balance of policing or giving a direction is necessary in the teenage kids?
A tightrope walking. It's a tightrope walking. How much policing you have to do, how much you allow them to be free. You have to be watchful, because parents have to be watchful. Otherwise, by the time you understand what's going wrong, then things will have gone really wrong, and your kid may be in trouble. So, early child, this is the age where you get attracted towards these things, and come and tell me without hesitation. Whenever you have such experiences or whenever you get information, please come and tell me. And then you have to watch at what time the girl comes back, the boy comes back, and whom he was staying, what they were doing together, all those issues. Otherwise, many times, children keep hiding, and then when they get into trouble, then parents also get totally upset because things have already gone wrong. Okay, so here policing is necessary, but too much policing is not good. Similarly, too much independence, again, it can lead to chaotic situation. So one has to be very careful, at the same time very vigilant, and then guide them. So when you do policing, don't give an impression that you are like a police. Catch them and punish them. Tell them, I'm watching you just to guide you what is good, what is harmful. You may not know, but come and talk to me, I will tell you. So policing in a soft policing. Don't do harsh policing.
And I think this was a very good session. We went about 30 minutes overboard. Very actively participated by parents as well. We are thankful to you and to the parents who came forward and asked a question openly. And thanks, Doctor, for enlightening us.
So there are books I have given to Pratibha Madam. The books written by me, Know Your Child's Mind, then Adolescent Mind and Difficulties, then Teach Life Skills to the Children. So these books are available in any bookshop. They can go and buy these books written by me in any bookshop like Sapna Book House or Navakarnataka Publications and various other routine bookshops. And then enrich yourself.
Yeah, sure. So if any parents wants to the book, you can just contact me or Pratibha for the books. So I'll get it from the center for you guys. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
Hmm?